Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. Don't worry, I'm going to be more consistent because I have no choice. Anyway, so today I'm going to be doing another hair video and I'm going to be refreshing my hair color with permanent hair dye. So this color right here is semi-permanent hair dye, and I noticed that after maybe 2 or 3 washes, obviously semi-permanent doesn't last as long. The color is fading and I don't want a color that's fading because it kind of makes it look rough and not so neat. So today we're going to be updating / refreshing my color, and yeah, let's get into it. Now, just to get right into the video, the color we're going to be using is from Schwarzkopf. I think it's that. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think it's pronounced Schwarzkopf. Anyway, palette. So it's red. It's almost the same color with my hair, but a little bit deeper in the sense that it has a more burgundy feel to it. So that's what we're going to be using. I'm just going to show you how I mix it up right now.
Come inside and settle in. I'm gonna give you more space, 'cause I want more of you and way less of
the bottle after I'm done mixing it. You can see it already looks red. So now we're just going to go ahead to apply it. Now you can see my hair is already growing out. However, I have no intention of bleaching my roots anymore at this point. So this is just for the actual, parts that have already been bleached and colored. So while we're doing this video, I guess we're going to kind of talk about something because I feel like I need to connect more with my YouTube community. I don't know if my personality translates on YouTube the way it translates on other social media. So I guess I'm just going to do a little get to know me, and while we're coloring my hair, I'm sectioning my hair off and I'm going to wet it because damp hair, I find that it's a lot easier for God, so many dogs in this place. I find that it's so much easier for the color to spread when your hair is damp as opposed to when it's dry. Other people would say it's an irrational fear. I believe my fear is very rational and very much warranted. I don't know, just the idea of a pet that I don't understand just walking all around the place and isn't my pet just makes me very, very, very uncomfortable. I don't like dogs. And one thing with this place, where I reside, where I live, there are dogs everywhere. There are dogs everywhere. There are cats everywhere on the streets. It's so unnerving because I literally wait for the dog to pass by before I can actually start walking to where I'm going to. If it's a situation where I and the dog are in the same place at the same time. You can see how it looks. It's very runny. I didn't expect it to be this runny. Anyway, I'm just going to apply it. all over the ends of my hair. It smells like bleach, actually. Oddly enough, it smells like bleach, like when you're about to bleach your hair. I don't like that smell. Also kind of reminds me of the smell of relaxer. Oh my god, I think I just stained my scrubs because I forgot to take off the pants of my scrubs. So, oh well, I'll have to deal with that later. Now, right back to my, just going back to my, fear of dogs, or my irrational fear of dogs. Sometimes I wonder if there's a repressed memory in my mind, or something involving me and a dog that I just can't remember, that makes me react so irrationally. Well, irrational to most people, rational to me, to dogs. I just wonder, I'm going to try and ask my mom, because I think she would probably remember. But as far as my knowledge is, concerned, I don't really remember having any encounter with dogs. But on the other hand, I do love cats. I love cats so much. And I think it's because I just have this idea in my head that cats are a little bit more calm. I guess the quality I love about cats is just they usually tend to mind their business unless they need you to feed them or maybe give them love occasionally. Apart from that, they're very solo animals. But dogs require a lot of care and attention. I mean, all pets require care and attention. But I'm just saying, when it comes to dogs, it's just... I think maybe the problem is I just don't understand dogs. Look at how it looks right now. Just ignore my roots that are growing out. I'm just going to take a little bit more on my hand. I should probably wear the gloves right now, but I don't really mind. And I'm going to just put it right there just to make sure that those parts get as much color as possible, because obviously that's the visible part of my hair. That's the part that people see first. One thing I really, really dislike: dog owners that don't understand the fact that because you love your dog does not mean a random stranger likes or understands your dog. It's very common here. They would literally not have their dogs on a leash and walk their dogs without a leash in crowded areas most of the time. Obviously streets, people are always walking by. So I don't know, I find it so strange, and it's really annoying and very uncomfortable for me, because I literally freeze in my tracks anytime I see a dog or find somewhere to hide or run to. So I don't understand it. It's your pet. I feel like it's your responsibility to make sure that people are safe around your pets, because no one knows how you trained them. No one knows if your dog has any triggers or personality of your dog. It's your dog. It's not my job as a random passerby to know the personality of your dog. Put your dog on a leash is so annoying, and it's so simple. Just keep it on a leash, just for the sake of other people. Okay, I'm just applying it to the back now, and this is how it looks. It's pretty separated quite nicely, so I'm just making sure that I separate it properly with my hand, so everywhere gets a little bit of color. And then I'll comb it out a little bit and then put it into a twist and tuck it in. My last section, so I'm just going to do the exact same thing, get more color. It's turning more red as time goes on. This video is basically a pet peeve of where I live, the country I live in. Another pet peeve I have is the ridiculous price of rent. A house could be a house is so old. Well, the building I stay in is quite old. a lot of things don't work. My rent literally went up from, let's say, $50. Just an example. My rent literally went up from $50 to $250. It does not make any sense. So many things don't work in the house, and when you complain about it, like, they just kind of brush it off or try to make it look like your problem. Like, sir, I'm not responsible for fixing the AC. Like, this isn't just some regular, call the carpenter, call the plumber type of thing. The ACs don't work. The doors don't work that well. So it's so annoying. So what am I paying for? What was the point of increasing the rent if you have no intention of updating the house? Like, okay, so I'm done applying the color all over my hair. I'm going to just put a plastic wrap over it. The plastic wrap now for maybe 10 to 15 minutes and check on it periodically. Now, the thing with me is, like, I don't really like to bother people. And obviously, I understand, like, living in a foreign country, especially a country that doesn't speak the language that is English, that speaks another language that isn't English, it's kind of a responsibility to learn the language to be able to assimilate properly into the community. Now, unfortunately for me, I'm very good with languages first. Secondly, we weren't like taught properly, in school, because the program is an English program and they don't really put a lot of emphasis on international students actually learning the language, or just me trying to learn to be able to get around. It's under, like, I it's not your responsibility to speak to me in English because that's not your tongue and this isn't my country of birth, basically. But like I said, I try to get around as best I can. I use Google Translate. I know some words and I piece words together. So I'm trying my possible best to communicate with you what I'm trying to ask you. And they just brush you off without any care in the world, like, just brush you off. And it's like, I'm trying, I'm genuinely trying my best. I just want you to kind of be patient with me, and they just like brush it off with, I don't speak English. And then obviously another thing, and usually I do it when I notice like the person maybe was speaking English to someone else randomly, like, go to someone without obviously asking them, like, if they're comfortable with me asking them questions, or I wouldn't just go to them without having their permission to, like, oh, can I ask you or a question about what I want to inquire. And God, it's just so sad and it's so frustrating because, like, I'm not, like I said, I'm not good with languages, so I'm genuinely trying my best. Sometimes even with the Google Translate, just not patient enough, and at this point I'm kind of used to it. I feel bad about it, but hey, what can you do? I guess that's kind of one of my video might be a little all over the place because I realized that I started with let's get to know me, and then pet peeves, and then pet peeves about me living where I live. To me, it kind of all makes sense because I connected with different topics, but reeling it back to getting to know me, I do makeup. I'm a makeup artist. Yes, I'm a makeup artist. Check out my makeup page and my personal page where I create content for myself and those on clients. On Instagram, I'm going to link it here, so shamelessly plugging myself in. And what else about me? I love food. Like, I love Turkish food. I love Turkish food so much. Like, I love food in general, but I guess the thing is, I'm very open to trying new things. So because of that, I love Turkish food. I don't care where I get it from. I love it. Like, it tastes amazing. And I'm not just talking like, oh, kebab and whatever. The actual, like, local indigenous food, it tastes amazing. I don't think there's anything that I don't really like, unless maybe I'm not used to it. But once I get used to it, I usually end up falling in love with it. About me, I'm a medical student and I'm about to graduate, considering writing my board exams as well. So pray for me, wish me luck. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. Don't know if I want to go down the path of boards or do something else, but okay, I hope it works out. I'm just going to go wash my hair because I think it has reached the 10-minute mark, and I will come back. All right, so I've washed my hair. It's nighttime, the sun went down, daylight savings. Anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead to straighten my hair. I just want to show you how the hair looks under this low light setting. It's a deeper red color, and this is the part I've straightened. Just look how shiny it is. I apologize for the sound in the background. The laundry machine is on. So I used heat protectant and hair cream, just a coconut hair cream. You can use Blue Magic, just whatever is like a thick occlusive hair cream, and I put that on it and straightened it. So I'm just going to go ahead and straighten the entire thing, and then I'll show you how it looks once done under this light setting and tomorrow under natural light. Straightening it, and I just put them in these little braids so that I could go to bed because it's night time, and then I will come back tomorrow to show you the color and everything. But I wanted to show you quickly how much hair I lost. This is how much hair I lost. Just this. And this is kind of a point to tell you that you can color your natural hair without excessive damage. You just have to make sure you're doing things properly, taking care of it. I recommend Olaplex, the Olaplex system in general, because I always add it to my color, except this time. To my bleach and my color, I usually add it. So, except now because I kind of forgot, but it's amazing. Anyway, so good night.